Hey everyone, my name is Callie and I would like to welcome you back to my YouTube channel. Now, if you are just now checking this out for the first time, this is a new little series that I'm doing. It's a read vlog where I am taking this box of reads and I am taking you on a journey from the point where I break them in, all the way through, when I work on them, any little adventures they may have, all the way until the moment that they die. It's quite a commitment. Hopefully I will actually follow through and do this, but so far, so good. This is the third video in the series, and I am excited to do more. So the first few days of actually breaking in reads for me kind of looks the same. So I just posted 2 videos on day 1, day 2, and I basically just play tested all of them and to the point where they became waterlogged, which didn't take very long. And with the first week, it's basically the same. So this video, I'm actually going to try to make it a little more interesting for you guys. I'm just going to show you some of the things that I have on hand that I consider essential read working tools. These are things that I just cannot live without, and I'm one of those people who I try to go the simplest route with reads that I possibly can, and I try not to, I don't do this big long water soaking thing for days at a time. I think that's useless. Vandoren reads are pretty consistent overall, so they really just need to be broken in a little bit at a time using your saliva. So anyway, so these things that I'm going to show you, I use them regularly throughout the process of a read's life. First thing that I love, I like to have a number of these. I have a lot of read cases, and I like both of these for the same reason. The Vandoren one has this little humidifier right in here, and you can just refill it, and it keeps your reeds from drying out. I've also, let's see, yeah, this is one of the first humidifying. Oh, this is dry. Okay, I need to check on these more often. Okay, humidifying cases. So you want to keep a case that keeps your reeds humidified. Now, I've never had a problem with my reeds getting moldy in these cases, but I have a couple of friends whose reeds do get very moldy. I think it's the composition difference of our saliva, but who knows? I'm not about to become a scientist to actually test that and find out. Anyway, I've never had issues, and I love these. They keep my reeds nice and flat. They keep them from warping and doing weird dry out things. So, reed cases, and many of them if you are a regularly performing musician. Another thing that I cannot live without, my little reed geek here. It's sharpened on all sides, so be careful with it if you ever buy one. And it is my replacement for a reed knife. I teach in schools, and I kind of feel like bringing a reed knife into school is a bad idea. So I use my little reed geek, and it works just as well, and I actually have more control over it. And it's really great for fixing warped reeds and for doing just very little balancing things. Now, if you check out the Reed Geek website or whatever, they'll have all of these really great things you can do with your reeds, and I hardly do any of them because, again, I'm minimal commitment, least amount of work possible to keep my reeds functioning for as long as possible. Another thing I can't live without, sandpaper. I use 600 grit sandpaper, and I use it regularly. After maybe 1 or 2 weeks of playing on some reeds, I will just sand them down, polish them up on the back, and then I'm good to go, and it makes the back nice and smooth, and it really gets the sound to be nice and smooth and pure. So you'll find out more about that in the vlog as I go along. Another toolkit that I just recently purchased, finally, within the past year is my little like Vandoren reed kit here. It has an etched glass side. Like this whole thing is glass, okay? So this is etched glass here, and it's kind of like sandpaper. I think, yeah, it's a little bit more coarse than like the 600 grit sandpaper. So I only use this if I feel like a reed is a bit too hard or if it's a little bit warped. So I'll use this for that. And then the other side is actually really, really great for working with, you know, small tools and for like balancing and stuff because it keeps the reed super flat. That being said, it also comes with this little thingy here. It's I don't know, it's like a replacement for reed rush, and again, it's just etched glass and it's pretty cool. I really like it. It's great for work that is a little bit more subtle than this and that like a little piece of sandpaper can't quite get. So I use this quite frequently for balancing out reeds, and also this is also really good for fixing warped reeds as well. So I highly recommend this little kit. And then lastly, I keep a little container for water. Now, I do not soak new reeds in water. I know I say this every video, but I think it makes them worse. And I used to be religious about soaking new reeds, and now I just think there's no point. So I use this for when reeds get old. And when I say old, I mean like past 3 weeks or so. Like when you look at a reed and it's new, it's like kind of yellow still, right? And you can see how youthful and everything is. It's like basically like just cut off, right? And a reed gets old and it's like kind of turning white because it's been bleached from maybe your saliva. I don't know, maybe. I'm not going to explain it. Anyway, so an old reed, you know, and your old reeds look like kind of white. They're, you know, clearly very dead. And they're the point where, okay, they're almost petrified wood. So I will soak those in water because at that point they are very, very dry and they do need a little bit of life in them. So I like this. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I use. I love this stuff. It has gotten me through many predicaments, and I'm really excited to show you guys what I do when I work on reeds throughout this vlogging process. But in the meantime, if you guys have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. I am here to help. And if you love my channel, make sure you subscribe, share my videos, watch them, check out my Saturday morning videos where you get a little exercise every week to work on, and if you really love my channel, consider supporting it on Patreon. There is a level for everyone, and I do private things like live stream events and this and that, and you guys get, let's see, the patrons get their PDFs earlier than everybody else. And yeah, like little tips and tricks that go to them that nobody else in the world gets except maybe my studio. And that's all I have. So thank you all so much for watching, and as always, happy practicing.